Alright guys, welcome back to the video and welcome back to the vlogs. I know it's been a minute since I uploaded. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry, but you know, I have a pretty good excuse for it. For the better part of a week, I was just sick. That's how I was. I don't know what I really caught. I got the flu or the cold or something. I just know it wasn't COVID because that's the only test I went and took. So it wasn't COVID, but you know, I had the headaches, you know, I had the flu. I mean, like I had the chills and all that, right? I was stuck in bed for a better part of a week, so I couldn't do anything, and plus it was raining OD, so you know, not a lot of stuff that I could have done anyways. But yeah, that's the reason why I was AFK for a little bit, and you know, that's why I haven't uploaded for a while. But you know, the weather today is actually pretty good. You know, roads are looking pretty dry. It's not gonna stay this way, unfortunately, because it's gonna start picking up rain again later on tonight. But for right now, you know, this couple of hours I have right now, it's pretty dry right now. And it hasn't rained all day or yesterday, so I'm trying to see if I can't just go out and have some fun. So I'm actually gonna be meeting up with my friend Jason. He's appeared on the channel before. I don't know if you guys remember him, but he had a Miata, but he got rid of that Miata recently and he got another car, and I'm gonna be checking out for the first time today. I'm trying to see if we, you know, can't just have a little bit of a fun cruise tonight. So that's what we're gonna try to do right now. We are about 30 minutes away from our destination, so I'm just chilling here in the left lane or middle lane right now, and I'm trying to see if I can't just, you know, save a little bit of gas until we get there. So, you know, save a little bit of money. But until then though, we're just gonna, you know, nothing crazy right now, just chilling at 3,000 RPM, and we'll get there when we get there. It's kind of the mentality I have right now. Yo. Oh shit, bro. So, I mean, how do you like it compared to the Miata? I'm assuming it feels like...
The Miata was a shitbox.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not hating on it, but I missed the Miata.
Jeez.
But this is a lot better, man.
And you got the hardtop too?
Condition, yeah.
Yeah.
Hardtop too.
Shit, how much you pay for this?
JDM headlights, JDM front,
yeah.
And
nice.
This is an AP1, but it came with AP2 wheels.
Honestly, I've heard a lot more better things about the AP1, so I don't know. I've never driven them, right? So really,
I heard more, yeah, better things about
I heard AP1 was like the better S2000, but then the AP2 is like a better car.
I guess you can
I don't know.
Yeah,
I never driven them, so like, you know.
Yeah. I mean, this one runs all the way to 9,000.
Yeah. So. Yo, we got the same red line. We got the red interior too. Yeah, it's also 9K.
Yeah.
Is it done? Damn, we be pumping, huh? That's crazy.
8,000.
Yeah,
a little bit less.
Dropped it, but I think it has more torque or something. Oh no, actually no, this has more torque. I don't know.
No, the AP2 does, but it's like a tiny bit. So,
oh, this looks good, bro. I missed the Miata a little bit, but no, this looks like a much nicer of a car. Yeah, the Miata was definitely beat up. Alright, oh, there we go. Alright guys, back on the back roads. Oh my god, it's been a long time. So originally I was gonna do like a POV thing, but I think it's just way too dark for me to have a camera up in my face right now. So we're gonna try out this camera angle and see how it works on these back roads here. But we're chasing Jason today in the S2000. It's relatively new to him, S2K. So we're both gonna take it pretty easy because the roads are kind of wet. I guess the part, like these areas right here, hasn't really dried up yet. So we're just gonna take a little bit easy. But man, the S2K is really nice. It's it's not on stock suspension, but it's on like not a coilover. It's like a shock and spring setup. But aside from that, he's got an exhaust and an intake, and that's pretty much it. So pretty stock S2K, and I really wanted to drive with him in the S2K because, wow, he's quick. I think the S2000 and the Rx8 is really comparable because they both got a 9,000 RPM, right? 9,000 RPM red line, and they're both pretty low on torque, you know? I think these are a pretty good matchup. Now granted, the S2K is a lot lighter than the Rx8. I don't know exactly by how much on top of my head, but wow. Oh, also I should mention, I still am dealing with that squeak. Oh man, I'm just getting destroyed by rock chips. I'm still dealing with that squeak in the suspension. So, you know, probably not the best idea to cars. Probably not the best idea to be pushing it on a back road right now. But, you know, we gotta have some fun. Whoa, caught up real quick on that corner there, right? Oh, that was a pretty bad pothole. Whoa. Yeah, I see those too. We're swerving to like dodge these potholes right now. But like I was saying, I think the S2000 and the Rx8 makes a pretty good matchup. They're both pretty low on torque, right? And they both got a 9,000 RPM red line. They're similar-ish in weight, not really, but you know, similar-ish. But they both got like almost no torque until you get it up in the red lines, or close to the red lines. For Rx8, it's about like, you know, if you want to get it above 6,000 RPM, and then you pretty much want to do the same thing in S2000 for vtec. So I think these two are pretty good match cars. Man, I'm trying to commentate here, but at the same time, I just need to focus. Rx8 is keeping up, that's all I'm saying. A lot of smells going on right now. Man, I gotta say, like, you know, people say S2000s are like, you know, pretty low on power, but when you're in a back road like this, the same thing applies for the Rx8. When you're on a back road like this and you're really, you know, high up there in RPM, you really don't notice any of that at all. The car just goes, right? And there's actually quite a good amount of traffic here at this time, which is kind of surprising. Turn always gets me. Wow. Like, in corners like this, I'm just impressed by the S2000. Smell the brakes or clutch, or maybe a little bit of both. Bro, you are fucking quick, man. That's how I know you know these roads a lot better than I do, because you're flashing your hazards when you know, like, bro.
Honestly, the locals around here taught me kind of like where to, you know, where
bro,
to
that's how this is how I know he knows the roads. I'm like, all right, he's flashing his hazards. I know to slow down here, bro. Car is fucking great.
It kind of sucks that there was a couple of cars on the way here.
Yeah, that was fine. It was. Look, I was saying it on camera, but the S2000 is like, they say it's low on power, but it goes when you're on like the back roads. And I think our cars are actually pretty comparable, because right, we both got 9,000 RPM red lines.
Yeah.
We both are low on torque. We're both low on torque until like the higher RPMs. I don't know what the weight of your car is like, but I'm like at 3,100, so 2.8. I mean, so it's not like that terrible, like that, not that far away in terms of weight. Both rear-wheel drive, you know. I think these are pretty comparable cars right now, and especially with my bumper, we look kind of the same. Like, look at this. Like, you got this little happy little smile right here, and then bam, like almost the same car. So even the taillights I think are pretty similar.
They're very similar, yeah.
Yeah, like look at that.
Two circles.
That taillights, and then look at these. Like the shape is like almost identical. So I think these are really two comparable cars, even though people don't compare it. These are aftermarket, but they are stock on the 09 and 09 Plus. So it's like the Series 2 style RX8 lights on the Series 1. But they do come OEM looking like that for the newer cars.
That is pretty cool.
Alright, and somehow I'm back in the passenger seat on the toge. Alright,
I've driven so many cars. I've driven like E36s, E46s, Miatas, a bunch of Hondas like RSXs, Integras, a lot of cars, an S13, G35s. This is like compared to my car, this is like the next, like more like closest thing to my car, I feel like
in terms of handling?
No, as in like how comfortable I feel while driving it. This is actually very comfortable and like cozy. Like it feels very close to home, you know?
I mean, you've driven Miatas, you know, you've been in the Mazda family. It's not that far off from that, I feel like.
This is the first time I ever drive a rotary too, so.
Yeah, I mean, hey, how does it feel so far?
This is...
Like you hear it, right? Like the squeak, squeak, squeak.
It's very light. Like I said, I was wrong about the weight. I don't know why in my head I just...
It looks like a heavy car.
Yeah. But I think it's just because it's like a bulky like style.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah.
All right, and now we're in the S2000. Oh my God, what has the night become? This my first time sitting in one. It is a lot lower than the RX8. I'm gonna say that right now. Like the dash, like does the seat go up and down or?
Nope.
Okay, you know, Whoa. Is that normal?
Yeah. After like I drive it for a while, yeah, it is.
Okay.
But it's not a big deal. It goes away.
Yeah. It's scary in here. I'm not gonna lie. If everything feels a lot tighter.
Yeah.
Obviously. Man, this is nice. Like I really like how the shifter feels. Like,
very tight.
Wow. Yeah, it's a lot tighter. I'm gonna tell you right now, like I'm not pushing this thing at all. Like I said, I'm really scared when I drive other people's car.
Yep.
So, what is all this back here? Wow. This gives me like, I said this multiple times, but I used to daily drive a Miata, and this is bringing me right back. I want to say my car has more torque for sure. Right? I'm like pressing on the gas a little bit, and you like don't feel anything. Okay. Like I don't. If you hit it on my car, you'll know you're hitting it. Okay. And the steering is a lot stiffer. That's one thing. I actually like this more. I like the stiffer feeling on the steering wheel. Oh, you could tell when vtec kicks in.
Yep. It starts at 6,000.
Yeah.
Right. The first one was around here.
Yo, this is what vtec feels like? Bro!
I don't think you're in vtec yet.
No, I felt it. Like, I can feel it right now. The car also, like, just sounds different.
Yeah.
Bro.
Gear, second gear, you can try a vtec a little bit.
Okay.
Yep. Go for it. There you go.
Bro. So this is what they mean when they say vtec kicked in, yo. RX8, I feel like I have to do less, like, you know, in order for it to start turning.
You know, recently I let someone drive it, and what they told me was that it felt like a go-kart.
I think the Miata's a little bit more go-kart like. Like even the ND feels a little bit more go-kart than this. This just feels like a really nicely tuned like track car. Like I could tell the chassis is like really stiff.
Yeah.
Like I'm not really pushing it right now, but it's very confident and inspiring. Alright guys, you made it to the end of the video, and as always, if you made it to the very end of the video, I really appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch the content all the way through. So thank you guys so much for that. I'm just doing the outro right now in my car. It's a different day, but I have to move the car right now, so I just figured I'd do it here. And real quick, I want to show you guys a little gas update, right? So once I got home last night, I did not move the car at all until literally just now when I had to move it for parking. That's the gas. So I filled it up before, you know, we started doing the runs of the S2000, and then after that, and I came back and bam, already less than half a tank. I just wanted to show that before I turn off the car here, so let me do that. But yeah, the gas mileage on this car is crazy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content of the S2000. It was a lot of fun just chasing that car behind in the back roads of Long Island, and man, just chasing, and then him chasing me, and then even getting the chance to drive the car as well. It was such a good time. So thank you so much, Jason, if you're watching this, for that. That was like an amazing time. Hopefully you had as much of a time as I did in the S2K in the RX8. So that's all I gotta say. Like, the steering feel of that car was great. The shifter was great. VTec was great. It was my first time experiencing VTec. You know, there's no exaggeration when they're like, oh boy, the VTec hits. You know, it does. You feel it hit. The car starts sounding different, and you just feel a little bit more torque. And man, that's just a lot of fun. Maybe instead of like the ND Miata, I just buy a S2000. I don't know. It's crazy to think that those two cars are in the same price range, but I don't know, maybe I'm still trying to get an RX-7 next, so that's gonna have to come first. But man, definitely put me on to the Hondas for real. Like my first time experiencing VTec, it was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys had as much fun as we did in the back roads. Definitely. What the hell? This is a one-way. How's this car? Okay, you know, I'm just not gonna question it. It's New York, you know, around people would be driving crazy out here, I guess. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I don't want to ramble on for too long. Let me know in the comment section below if you have the opportunity to drive a RX8 or a S2000 on the toll gates or on track. Which one are you taking? I definitely see the hype behind the S2000 now, so I understand if you guys say the S2000. But I think the RX8 held its own up there. I definitely could tweak the car a little bit more. Rewatching some footage, I think I could probably lower the car a little bit more. I see myself lifting up on certain corners, like really hard corners. I definitely see the suspension lifting up, and I think I could probably hug the road a little bit better if I lower the car a little bit and maybe upgrade my tires. But I do daily drive the car, so I don't want to get out of the all-season tires. But who knows, maybe when the summertime rolls around, we'll do that. But definitely suspension, bucket seats are up next for me to do. But until then though, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Hopefully you guys had a great time and, you know, just a lot of fun. Oh my god, I'm getting blinded by the guy in front of me. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up the video here, and until the next one guys, remember to stay safe out there. The world is a crazy place, so you do your part to stay safe. Alright, peace.